Spunch Serotonin, please describe your grandparents' home in Somerville, Massachusetts.
It's a 2-story home with some big round windows in the front and a nice triangular door. There's a swing on the outside, but the tree broke, so the swing is just on the ground. It's technically a swing, but it doesn't really swing.
Yeah, it simply exists. A reminder that some things in life are reduced due to entropy. How long have you and your sister Spanky been in Somerville, Massachusetts?
This is our second week. She was sick the first week, so we've been, I haven't really gotten out of the house lately.
Understandably so. So your sister Spanky, in addition to being sick for a week, describe her in a few words.
You know the Duracell bunny?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her. She's a machine. She wants to be a pitcher. Regular serotonin kid. Just really wants to be a pitcher. Just very, very electric. And Spanky's my whole world. There's, Lance told me to take care of her, and since mom and dad are not here,
Spanky has probably another year before she ages into Blittle League, which means kind of this rests on your shoulders now that you are in a new town. She's full of energy. She keeps moving. She keeps thinking and looking forward to the future, which is honestly a very nice respite for what could best be described as the relentless drumbeat of remorse that you are feeling, if not for her. One thing that, well, you're not necessarily sure how you feel about this, but one thing that Spanky does a lot is she draws what attacked your parents, what took your parents away from you. Drawing after drawing, charcoal pencil drawings, which, considering her age, are very, very good. Accurate, scarily so. What she draws are things that come out of the water, but they slide along the land. They slither. Sometimes she draws dozens of them the size of dogs. Sometimes she draws one the size of a thresher shark. But regardless of the size and the number, they are consumers. And they are what took your parents away from you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Good.
Spunch, you know more about consumers than probably anyone your age ought to know because you've witnessed what they do. So the question is, when there's a consumer attack, what do they leave behind? Is it a sign? Is it a smell? Is it a weird crackling energy? What is the fingerprint that consumers put on things?
It's sadness.
Oh, sadness? Oh, God.
Wherever they've passed by, it's just sadness.
A deep, resounding, untethered, directionless sadness, floating in the air like a cloud, staining a building. Despite this, you're ready to sign the permission slip again. You're ready to play in Blittle League. You've moved. You left Chicago, where you were a member of the Evanston Engine Little League team. And now you live with your grandparents in Somerville, and you've been here for 2 weeks. It's the middle of the season. And so you and your grandparents were not entirely sure kind of how signing up mid-season works. But your grandparents, who are working hard to make sure that this transition period in your life is as delicate and humane as possible, found found a way to get you in front of the Somerville Sunflowers, the Somerville team. It's been nice to look forward to something, even if that something is a tryout, and those tryouts are pretty nerve-wracking. Spanky runs into your room with your glove. You already have your bat. You really don't let that out of your sight. And she puts the glove on the bed and kind of slaps it and looks at you and says, "Today's the day."
Yeah, it is, Spanky.
Are you excited?
Yeah. I'm pretty nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm pretty excited.
Well, it's like what Mom said about nerves, you know? They remind you that you're alive.
Yeah.
So you have to go, and she has her book of drawings with her, but she kind of pulls out a page, and it's the address for Longstalk Field, which is the field in Somerville where the Sunflowers play. She wrote in charcoal pencil all of the facts that she discovered about the field. It used to be part of a military base. You have to get there on a service road. There's tall grass along the foul lines and things, or people can get lost in them. You know, she's like done her research and kind of puts this all in front of you. And yeah, she just she kind of gives you a hug around the middle and says, no matter what happens, I think you're going to do great.
Oh.
Thank you, Sphinx. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So you're figuring out how to get there. You're kind of choosing between ride bike or ask grandparents for ride when there is a knock on your door. Front door. And your grandfather calls up the stairs. "Spunch, I can't see who it is through the peephole, which means that they're your height."
Thank you, Grandpa Laz. I'll be right down.
Okay.
I take the paper that Spanky gave me and I stuff it up my stuff it into my bandana.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I run downstairs.
Yeah. Standing at your front door in uniform are 3 Blittle Leaguers wearing Somerville Sunflowers uniforms. They practically crash through your front door when you open it. You 3 Sunflowers, Coach Martinez let you all know that that there would be there'd be a player trying out today. Mm-hmm. And you all volunteered to be the welcome wagon and get him over to the field. So all 3 of you are here on your bikes.
Oh, because it took too long for the door to open. I was like on top of the door, like trying to like force my way in. So when they open the door, I fall. Ha! Hi!
Yeah, there's a little window above the door that you were trying to rattle open when the door swung out.
Ah!
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 Ah! Hi, I'm Zlobs.
Ah!
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 Are you Sponge?
Uh-huh.
I'm Darby. What's in your bandana? Is it a secret message?
No.
I made a secret message. I jump on Sponge. Ha!
Stop.
Yes,
Stop,
the
don't
2 of
take
you
it
are
as
rolling
lunch.
around in the vestibule.
Stop. No. No.
Here,
I
Sponge,
put my hand on Slum's face.
does
oh no, my glasses! I can't be seen without my glasses.
Fine.
Does
Please
Zlobs
drop my
wrestle the
headphones.
note away from you, or do you project it?
Slobs. Is that your name?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Don't touch
too.
my paper.
Yeah, Sponge, did Zlobs wrestle it away from you, or were you able to protect it?
He got it.
Yeah,
but it's like it's a bit ruined.
Yeah, Zlobs. It's a charcoal pencil drawn map of and to Longstock Field with some fun and accurate facts.
Used to be a military base. That's factual. Long grass in the app. That's also true.
We're your welcome wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Do you have a bike, Sponge? If not, you can use mine. But we're gonna have a progression, a whole procession.
To
the field because everyone knows you're coming and we're excited.
Mm-hmm.
What's a procession?
Oh, it's a cool thing where we all come together and it's basically like a float and we celebrate you. And it's basically like you get like an escort, except it's the police, it's us.
Mm-hmm. See, look, if you look at Morgan's bike, she has like, do you see this banner? It says bunch of sponge. We didn't know. That was the best we could come up with, but
Yeah,
we wanted a banner.
It's pretty good. It's
pretty
good. I like
good.
that. I don't have a bike. My family just we run. We run fast.
Oh, well, if you want to run, that's fine. Or you can use my bike and I'll fly.
Okay.
Yeah, well, how fast can you run? I'm gonna beat you there. I hop on a bike and scoot off.
Yeah, Zlobs takes the vanguard rather, and
I miss my van so much.
I know, and starts hauling down the street with the rest of you there. Yeah, Darby has a bike, Sponge, that you're debating either using or running. And yeah, as Darby turns, you realize she's got these kind of like popping out of the top of her uniform are these kind of brass plates on her back, which probably have something to do with the fact that she said she could fly. But all of you, whether you're walking, running, biking, or flying, start making your way to Longstock Field. There is one thing that Zlobs, Morgan, and Darby, in addition to kind of bringing Sponge to Longstock Field, you had to make one stop along the way. Where is that stop?
We had to stop at Blindell's because they have sponsorship stickers for the team.
Mm-hmm.
And cupcakes.
Cool.
So, yeah, the Somerville Sunflowers are sponsored by a wonderful local bakery called Blindell's. And the route from Sponge's house to Longstock, takes you right by Blindell's. And so you've been tasked with getting in there to get some of the sponsorship goodies. Since Zlobs, kind of hauled off and beat you all there,
looks like I win again.
Yep. The rest of you kind of see him staring with some degree of confusion into Blindell's, which should be open but is closed.
But I was supposed to pick up the. Oh God! I don't know what do we do now? I don't understand. Do I notice anything?
Oh, go ahead.
Do I notice anything off? Like, are the lights all off? Is it like closed? Is the closed sign closed?
You know what? That sounds like an investigate a mystery roll to me. 2d6 plus sharp, please.
All right, that's going to be a 9.
Terrific. You can ask one question from the investigate a mystery list.
What is being concealed?
What is being concealed is that the people that were in Blindell's left in a hurry. And that is an amalgam of things. The lights are off, but the door's unlocked. And
I go in.
It says open. Sure.
Oh, it's unlocked.
Yeah, you walk in and you start kind of looking around, like looking at the various cases of things. You see one of the cases is cracked, like a big spider web crack of the glass right on the left when you go in with all the slices of cake.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a spider crack, and you're looking at that, and there's something about seeing cracked glass because you've never seen it cracked before. That it puts a weird thought in your head, like we're all destined to just be cracked glass. No matter how pristine you are, it doesn't matter because one day something strong is going to hit you and you're going to crumble. And then you started thinking, oh my God, am I enjoying my youth enough? Am I regretting things too much? And this kernel of a feeling starts rolling downhill and gathering steam until it is a knee-buckling sadness.
Oh, I crawl my way over, like tears starting to well up my face to the cupcake display, and I eat away my sorrows.
Yeah, the rest of you are watching Zlobs. Kind of all of this happens over the course of a minute. He stares at a cracked case, slowly crumples to the ground. His face gets puffy. He starts sobbing. He then crawls behind the glass and begins eating cupcakes while just weeping.
You did pay for the. What does it matter?
I'll pay for it afterward. I'm a monster.
Zlobs, let's go. I can go over and give Zlobs a big hug. And just be like, I don't know.
I turn to the other two and I ask, is he often like this?
The food part, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was a big like turnaround.
A big shift. Yeah. No. Zlobs has basically never done that before. You're witnessing history.
Don't look at me. I'm covered in icing.
As that happens, can I take a look at that cracked glass?
Sure. It's kind of impact damage, but specific. It's not like someone walked up and hit it with a baseball bat. It's as if something big and heavy kind of thumped into it and then passed through it. And
I think we should go.
You feel it now welling up inside of you, and an echo of profound sadness, as if it blows through the front door.
Spunch, I kind of feel like this is a mystery, and kind of one of the things that we all like to do is solve mysteries. So, I don't know. Would you like to solve a mystery with us?
Everybody into the kitchen.
Okay.
Everybody in the kitchen.
Okay.
I take everyone's hands and lead them back into the kitchen.
Yeah, Sponge, it's in the air.
You all right there? Hey, Sponge, you doing okay, buddy? You can wait outside if you're afraid.
No.
I don't think I should be here, guys. I
Okay.
should go.
All right. Darby, you want me to walk him? Would you like me to walk Sponge out? Maybe you can figure out what's going on.
Okay, I'll take a look around and then I'll be out.
All right.
I want to go
Zlobs-
outside too.
Yeah, Zlobs, you
What?
can go too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll walk Sponge out.
Okay. Me and Darby will figure out what's happening.
I used to have grenades all the time. Now I don't.
I used to have parents, and now I don't.
What? Oh my god! We go outside. I just hug him as we just start crying.
Nodding all over each
Tears,
other.
shuddering.
I used to have a Menard. Now I don't.
I miss my dad's mustache. It used to prickle me when I hugged him.
I kill my friends in a year.
I don't have any friends, and this town smells weird.
We were gonna be your friends, but I tackled you because I couldn't have the patience for a door to be opened.
I don't even remember your name properly.
It's Zlobs is a nickname.
Darby, do you see anything weird?
I don't know. There's a bunch of little tickets, like orders over there. I'm gonna go see who placed orders recently.
Okay. Can I tell you, I noticed like immediately, like none of the money's been taken. There's like checks still in the little pokey hole thing. There's like fresh food. It's like somebody was trying to get out of here quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're not closed for a holiday.
Right.
Sounds like, Darby, you want to try investigating a mystery.
Yeah.
So, like kind of, you kind of looked up front and kind of got this feeling. And now you're actually in the back kind of rooting around.
Yeah.
So let's see what the back of the store reveals. 2d6 plus sharp, please.
8.
You can ask one question from the investigate a mystery list.
What happened here?
Well, that's a pretty good question.
I need to investigate what happens here. You have one question. What happened here?
And this is really kind of Darby O'Darcy, War Angel crime scene analyst. It's not one thing led you to the narrative that you put forth. It was several things. And you kind of see it. Like when you walked into the back, there was like a chocolate smudged handprint on the door, meaning that they must have been in the middle of taking care of a customer when something happened and someone ran through the back.
Chocolate.
You looked at kind of the list of orders and, and you were kind of matching them to what's here. There were like 3 orders. There were 4 tickets and 3 of the orders are still here and one of them is not. Meaning that kind of one order has been picked up, probably the last customer that was in here. And it was, let's see, this is why I have a list. The last name on it was Permanakis, 1 dozen apple fritters.
Mr. Permanakis.
Mr. Permanakis.
Mr. Permanakis was here today, Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Looks like he was probably the last order that was picked up. Apple fritters. We gotta go talk to Ted. Maybe he was here when this happened.
Maybe he has apple fritters.
Also, we could earn some apple fritters.
Sponge, if we have so much in common, we have not so much. I took this cupcake before we left. I want you to eat the last one.
Okay, Zlobs, you're a really good friend. And
oh, you're so articulate.
Just at the bath with my mom came
It's so sad. I just hug Sponge.
Yeah. So the story, Darby, you kind of put together is, Ted Permanakis, local adult and former Blittle Leaguer, ordered 12 apple fritters, was here. When he was here, there was some kind of disturbance terrifying enough that the employees sprinted through the back. And then you see kind of the one last thing is the rear door out to the side parking lot was opened so forcefully that it blew the knob off the door.
Whoa.
So whatever sprinted through here was powerful.
Powerful and maybe still out there.
Do you think Ted? You think Hopscotch might know a thing or two? Should we drop by and ask him what he saw?
Yeah. I think we need to get there as quickly as possible.
All right, cool. I burst open the front door, I guess seeing Zlobs and Spunch just collapsed in an emotional heap.
Oh yeah, there's puddles of tears and frosting.
Yeah, sharing secrets, sharing cupcakes.
Okay, boys, who wants some apple fritters?
I love apple fritters.
Okay,
Well,
Sponge, I'm
we're-
sorry we can't get to the field yet, but we need to go talk to Ted Permanakis, Mr. Permanakis, also known as Hopscotch. He's great. We got to go talk to him to figure out what happened here, but we'll get you to practice as soon as we can.
Okay. Would I remember this type, like this feeling?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you all figure out what it was?
No, we're gonna ask Ted. We're gonna ask an adult.
Okay. Can I see those apple fritters real quick?
So I believe it was an order for apple fritters. Were they in the store?
No.
They got picked up.
Yeah, they're at Ted's house. So if
I
you
was
want those
pretty
apple fritters.
sure he's going to give us some when we get there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so if I remember this, would this be related to I Know My Prey?
It absolutely would.
Okay. I want to try and understand what this thing was doing here.
Sure. Let's have you roll 2d6. 2d6 plus sharp to read a bad situation.
Okay. That is 6.
Oh no.
So that's a 6 on dice showing, or a 6 as well as plus that 1.
A total of 6, yeah.
Gotcha. So let's play it this way. You can ask one question from the read a bad situation list. I will just give you the worst possible answer.
Are there dangers we haven't noticed?
Oh no.
You know, that's
Oh
a great
God.
question.
No.
Yes. Here's why. This is a consumer attack. You know it. The consumers were here. One big one, several small ones. It's kind of tricky to separate them into entities. But the fact of the matter is, this was targeted. This wasn't just some random consumer attack. Consumers attacked Blindell's at this exact moment for a specific reason.
Okay.
The danger none of you have noticed yet is the fact that the consumers are operating in a very specific and targeted way. And it probably has something to do with you.
Oh no.
Did any of you know anybody that worked here?
I knew everybody that worked here.
Classic.
Okay. I think we need to go because whatever did this was either waiting for us or trying to get at us.
At us?
What did this? I know what it is, and we should not be here.
What is it?
Okay. Have you been watching Blaseball lately?
Yeah, of
The
course.
big leagues?
Yeah.
The.
Wait, with the oh, my soul.
Yeah, they did a number on Paula Turner last season, and
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, they listen. My sister and I, we moved to this town because we're trying to get away from them, and if they're here, we need to go.
Is there anywhere you know of that would be safe where we can take you?
What's this? What's this adult that you were talking about meeting?
Ted Permanascus? Hopscotch?
They call him
Hopscotch.
hopscotch. Yeah.
Oh, that
I don't
sounds
know.
like a nice thing.
He's a former Blittle Leaguer.
Okay.
He might know something.
Okay. We can go see them.
Sponge,
Yeah.
we're gonna keep you safe, okay?
There's no
I
there's no way
promise.
you're gonna suffer a consumer attack.
That's what my mom used to say.
You all
Okay.
head to Ted Permanakis' house. Ted Permanakis being a former Blittle Leaguer and specifically for the Somerville Sunflowers. He is a local and has been forever. And he keeps a lovely home near Powder House, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And you start approaching, and the roof line of the Permanakis house is, well, a little different. In fact, there's a kind of a new lump on it. It almost looks like a chimney, except that chimney stands up and is holding a Model 1903 Springfield bolt-action rifle.
I'm sorry. There's a chimney?
You thought it was, but it is in fact your center fielder, Lisa Lemonwedge.
Oh,
Lisa, what are you doing here?
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, everybody.
This is Sponge. He's new in town. He's trying out for the sunflowers. I'm a lot happier now.
Hi.
That's good. Yeah, you Zlobs, you feel massively better, almost cathartically better. Yeah, Lisa looks down. Sponge, nice to meet you. I'm going to have to be late to the tryout. Ted called and I need to stay here.
I'm late too. It's okay. It seems to be a running theme.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
late now.
yeah, we're all late.
Oh.
Why are you all posted up?
Consumers.
Oh, you were right.
Were you
Yes.
at Lindell's or Ted called you?
He called me. He's not talking to any. Well, if you ring his doorbell, he might talk to you.
He'll talk to us.
I'm going to keep him safe until he's comfortable enough that I can go.
Can I
Is
come out here with?
that a gun?
It is. What do you fight with? Nice.
Is that what you bat with?
No, I have a bat. This is just for, the rest of being a Blittle Leaguer.
Massachusetts is weird.
It really is.
Welcome
you should
to
have seen it
Somerville.
in the 80s. Says the 11-year-old girl on the roof.
Hey, Sponge. You want to go up to the roof with Lisa? We'll secure a perimeter.
Can I touch your gun if I go there?
Yeah.
I'll race you up there.
Yeah. Me and Darby can go talk to Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, Zlobs and Spunch, you both deftly climb up to the roof and take turns holding a pristine bolt action Model 1903 Springfield.
Whoa.
Yeah, the on the stock of it is J. Lemonwedge, 1916.
Lemon. Oh, imagine an anime Lemon loaf. Oh, that sounds good.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? Lisa, she was stuck in the body of an animatronic rat for a while, and then we rescued her. It was pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
I had 1 year of eligibility left in Blittle League. I decided to take it this year.
We're so happy. You're so good.
Oh, come on. It's a team effort.
No, that's why you are like one of our leaders.
Hey. So, Spunch, are you nervous?
Yeah.
About the consumers or the tryout?
About the gun, about the consumers, about the tryouts. There's a lot to be nervous about.
Yeah. Well, hey, you made it this far, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is 10 a.m., so there's plenty of day to go.
Yeah, it's been quite the morning. And actually, Sponge, it kind of is. From the rooftop here, you get a view of Somerville you couldn't have possibly gotten before this moment. Powder House Square and, the gunpowder tower on top. Kind of the winding streets, Davis Square, the Mystic River to the north. Just triple-decker homes next to triple-decker homes. It's hilly, it's beautiful, it's full of life. You hear people laughing. You hear the distant honk of car horns. It's a busy place. And it's not your home yet, but it seems to be everybody else's. And there's something about that that's comforting to you up here. As the morning sun kind of casts these beautiful mixes of light and shadow through the big old trees. Morgan and Darby, you knock on the door. And Ted Permanakis kind of opens it a crack. And
Hey,
then,
hopscotch.
oh, hey, Morgan, hey, Darby.
Hi.
Do you mind if we come in and ask you about what happened at Blundell's?
Lisa's still up on the roof, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got backup too.
Oh, good. I'll join you on the porch then. I'll bring out the fritters.
Oh, yeah. I love fritters.
So yeah, Ted Permanakis kind of emerges from the house and sits on the porch and opens up the box of delicious appley treats.
Those apple fritters, Zlobs?
I can smell them from up here.
I throw 3 of them up. Just-
As a catcher, I catch them.
Deftly so.
One comes up.
Oh
Do you need
Sorry.
another one, Sponge?
Yeah,
Sorry,
that was a home run though. That was great. You have a good eye.
Is that okay,
Thanks.
hopscotch, Mr. Permanakis?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I'll make you some
No, that's
later. I should learn to bake. That sounds anyway. Oh shoot! Okay, sorry. Here's Sponge. There we go. Okay.
And there's one left for me.
So
What happened?
yeah,
Never thought I'd see it outside a Blaseball stadium, They filled the store. They were everywhere all at once. They were everywhere all at once.
Consumers?
If not them, what in heaven could it be? It was dark and fast and teeth and screams.
Did you get the inclination that they were after something or wanted something?
Morgan, let's have you roll 2d6 plus charm. The simple fact is you kind of just need to keep Ted Permanakis like present and talking.
Okay. That's an 11.
Yeah. They didn't appear to be after any people. They wanted to just get to Blindell's. And then they were in Blindell's, and they were causing havoc in Blindell's. And like Ted had just paid for his apple fritters, and he grabbed them and started sprinting out, and all the employees ran out the back, and then the consumers kind of sprinted away or rolled away. And yeah, Ted was so troubled by it that he came back here.
I guess Blindell's is so good, it's hard to even resist, even for consumers. Am I right?
Yeah, no, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So they wanted to destroy Blindell's, but why?
Sponge seems to think it has something to do with his family.
You hear a gunshot from the roof. Up on the roof, Spunch and Zlobs, you're on your feet.
Mhm.
Lisa is standing and kind of leaning against the chimney, firing pot shots at something that is swimming down the street, size of a small car, teeth, screams. A consumer is coming to Ted Permanakis' house.
I draw my sword and take off into the sky.
Flaming sword leap into the sky. Ted gets up and runs into the house, not to hide, but to grab his old Little League helmet and put it on. That he kind of runs back out to the porch. Okay, there's a consumer here. It is falling all over itself as it twists and writhes and whips down the street towards you. Spunch, you know with absolute stone cold certainty what this consumer wants to do. It wants to destroy this house.
Sponge jumps out off the roof and just gets in front of everybody else.
Ha! That's more like it. Ha!
Yeah. So yeah, you dive off the roof. You know, your mother's bat in your hand, and kind of land. Darby's overhead, flaming sword. Like kind of Morgan starts crackling with electricity. Zlobs has wild eyes. Ted Permanakis is putting on batting gloves. So, all right. You're fighting a consumer in the middle of the street. Who wants to go first?
I'm going to jump on top of it.
All right, jump on top of it.
And try to distract it with my giant spiky chain. It must be good for something.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
It has to be. It hasn't been good so far.
So are you trying to distract it or are you trying to hurt it?
I'm trying to distract it because I see Sponges ran up a swing, so I'm just gonna like set you up, Sponge. Sponge, here comes the pitch.
Got it. So yeah, you are doing this to help out. So roll 2d6 plus cool.
Oh, that's what I'm good at. Oh, 10.
Awesome. Okay, so you jump on top of this thing, and it is slippery and cold and changing in shape and size. You get the spiked chain out, and you realize that it is that it's not the chain that is catching this thing. It is your desire to catch it that is catching this thing.
Oh, that's very helpful.
And so you're kind of rearing this thing. You're essentially fighting with a large car made of oiled sadness. but you're able to kind of get its body up. Sponge, I think you go next. You are right there. You can do whatever you want. You, of course, have I Know My Prey, and also you have +1 on top of that from Zlobs. So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna reel back this half-a-ton bat, this half-a-ton serotonin bat, and I'm going to swing it as hard as I can into this thing's face.
Sounds good. 2d6 plus tough plus 2 on top of that, wielding the mighty serotonin bat.
Okay. That's 10 plus 2. Wait, you said plus tough plus
2d6 plus tough plus 2 on top of that.
That's 14.
There you go. So, now here's how it works here. You rolled a 12 plus on Kick Some Butt. Now, normally when you are exchanging with an enemy, it will do its damage to you, and you do your damage to it. However, on a 12 plus, you have additional options here. You can deal double damage, you can take no damage, all sunflowers gain a +1, or the target flees.
I'm going to deal double damage to it.
Got it. Now, normally, you deal 3 harm. You now deal 6 harm to it, which is in game the equivalent of a cannon fired from the USS Constitution at something. Sponge, like the rest of you, kind of see. You know, this has been a really interesting half hour for Sponge. You know, like deep consuming sadness, you know, him and Zlobs consoling each other, fear, loneliness, contemplation, and now wrath. Sponge swings this massive bat and hits this thing so hard that Zlobs, you springboard off of it. And the consumer, such as it is, tears in half, with one half kind of melting away and the other half reforming into this sick, gelatinous, shark-like thing.
If I may.
The damage it does to you comes in 2 forms. First is the physical. You take 1 harm. Second is one of your stats drops by 1.
No!
Okay.
Oh, I hate that.
Put down, pick any stat at all, and put its new value in parentheses.
I think you need to give me edit.
You're right, I do. In the meantime, tell me what stat you would like to drop.
Cool.
That's the most important one.
If I may just do a thing. This is for my mom, you poopy head! Ah!
Giant explosion of emotional resilience.
That was so cool.
The Zlobs, you kind of deftly flip back through the air and kind of superhero land on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
The consumer is now half its size. Morgan, you're looking, and because you are attuned to these things, the consumer that is kind of floating around, it feels like Sponge a little bit. Like its essence is a little, shall we say, spongier.
Okay. I'd like to try something then. I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done this before, but I'd like to use magic to sort of, I don't necessarily want to communicate with it, but I want to see if I can get enough of its vibe to understand what it's after.
Yeah. 2d6 plus weird, please.
Okay. What? That's a 14. That's a natural 12 plus 2. Wow.
Well, I'll be darned. We're gonna go ahead and share a little revelation here.
Ooh.
The things floating around in its head. The Somerville Sunflowers are sponsored by Blindell's. Notable alums include local adult Ted Permanakis. They play at Longstalk Field. Along the foul lines are tall grasses that people and things can be lost in. Floating, repeating, again and again and again in its mind. Like a checklist of facts about the Sunflowers.
Is there any information about like the players or the coach?
Coached by Rebecca Martinez. Is not an alien. In fact, that starts glowing in its mind.
Mm.
The consumer, it's like it's after our team, like our team in general, like everything about our team. It's like that's what it's after. Like it wants to destroy us.
Is there anything about my sister in there?
You ask Morgan, who's kind of communicating with this thing. Yeah, Spunch. Roll 2d6 plus sharp plus 1.
Oh no. No. Oh no, that's a bad thing.
This has nothing to do with your sister and everything to do with your sister. Morgan is kind of shouting out the things that this wounded consumer is thinking about on repeat. And the words are exactly what your sister wrote down on that piece of paper with that charcoal pencil.
I take the paper and I show it to Morgan.
That's exactly what it says.
Yeah.
I come down just a little bit and hold out my flaming sword. Sponge. Burn the paper.
What? No. Spanky gave this to me.
You don't have to, but if what's on that paper is also in the consumer, then maybe getting rid of it will get rid of what they know.
All right, fine.
Only if you want to, Sponge.
The paper lights on fire. You don't know, like you're kind of waiting for a sign. You don't know if you're getting one.
I poke the consumer.
What's that?
I poke the consumer.
To hurt it or to see what's up with it?
See what's up with it.
All right. Yeah, let's have you roll to read a bad situation.
Uh-oh. 8.
8. You can ask one question from the read a bad situation list.
Oh, great. What's the most vulnerable to me?
So this is something you glean via precision poking.
Mm-hmm.
The Morgan is still kind of wrapped in this, like, kind of magical communication web, and you're like poking to see what like information can come out. The things, the thoughts, these repeating notions are kind of louder and chaotic now.
Uh-oh.
Notable alums include Blindell's. Coach is Ted Permanakis. They attend school at Coach Martinez. Like they're all disordered. And it's scared. And angry. It's also trying to attack you. So because that's a partial success, you take you take 1 harm and reduce one of your stats by 1, your choice.
Does my armor help?
It helps against the physical harm, sure.
Oh, great. Let's my charm is now -2.
Got it. Oh, yeah, just put that in parentheses next to you.
Mm-hmm. Ow, 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 it bit my finger. Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, this thing's still on the loose. But now it is trying to get away. It's moving fast now. And from 1 or 2 streets over, you actually see another one kind of dart down a street too. It's like you see like this little one kind of swim away, and it's joined by another one as it's beating its way south.
Mm-hmm.
You said that the one of the it's angry?
Yes.
I'm gonna fly after the one that's angry. Just fly up to it and try to just soothe it.
Oh.
With my angel voice.
Sure. This thing does not speak any kind of meaningful language. It's more like a condensed and crystallized concept of something.
Mm-hmm.
That said, you can kind of crack through that and see kind of if it can feel something else.
Yeah.
So let's have you roll 2d6. 2d6 plus sharp. You're not trying to charm it, you're trying to see what you can see by charming it.
It's a 9.
Partial success. You hear a girl's voice in your head. This is helping, right? Right?
Who are you?
That's it.
This is helping. Hey, Sponge?
Yeah?
What does your sister sound like?
She talks really fast and she has a really high-pitched voice and she doesn't stop talking. She's like really electric. Does that help?
Let me rephrase. What you heard was, this is helping, right? Right? This is helping, right?
Yeah. Sponge, that did help. I could hear your sister's voice. Somehow she was saying this is helping, right? But like you described. So I don't know. She's connected somehow to the consumer.
I check my equipment and look for my walkie-talkie.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Spanky, buddy, are you there?
I hear you, Sponge buddy. What's up?
You're not inside a giant shark oil sad thing, consumer thing, are you?
Why did you ask?
Nothing. Never mind. You want apple fritters for dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. Question: if you were trying to help one of them, what would you do?
Help one of what?
Never mind. It's okay. Don't worry. I don't have the heart to ask her. I'm sorry, guys.
I'll ask her. we both. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I'll let you do it.
Hey, Spanky. This is Morgan.
Okay.
Hi, I'm friends with Spunch. New friends. I'm a Blittle Leaguer. Hi, nice to meet you.
Tell her Zlobs says hi.
Zlobs says hi.
Okay.
Oh, and Darby is looking congenial, so there's that. Yeah, Darby's waving.
She doesn't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
I don't know what that means either.
Sorry. Oh wait. Sorry.
Okay.
It means friendly.
Cool.
Hey. Are you helping a consumer? Because we got some vibes that you might.
Oh, that would not be congenial. I just learned that word.
Why would I help them?
Answer the question.
Morgan, ask her if she's trying to help her brother somehow. Like, I don't know what that means, but here, give me that.
All right, fine.
Hey, Spanky, this is Darby.
Darby, tell her Zlobs says hi.
Zlobs says hi again.
All right.
Spanky, I was just listening into a consumer. It doesn't matter what that means, but I heard your voice. I'm pretty sure it was you. And you said, this is helping right. Have you said that or thought that recently?
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Oh, this happens sometimes, but I didn't think it would happen like this.
What's this?
Well, Spunch and I have been through something lately, and I thought it would make sense to kind of think through it by drawing what I saw. And I also wrote down a bunch of things that would be helpful to Spunch, but
Spanky, that totally makes sense to do that. But what?
I drew the pictures of the consumers that got our parents. And maybe that invited them back.
Hey, I want to turn.
I'm gonna give you to Zlobs now. Hey, Spanky, you didn't do anything wrong, okay?
Okay.
And you're gonna be safe, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here's Zlobs.
How does this work?
I hit the button.
Just go.
This is Zlobs.
Hi.
You should draw me next to a shark and see what happens.
Okay, roll 2d6.
Oh no! Oh, I'm glad I got a nice stat boost
Oh,
recently.
no.
Yeah, it's a 5.
And apparently this is Spanky's power.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
She will be a very valuable add to the Sunflowers in a couple.
Weaponizing consumers. The serotonins just got way darker.
That sounds like a good thing. This is good job, everyone.
Zlobs, your choice. Where does the shark appear? Here or at Longstock Field?
Long stock.
Why?
Okay.
Your hubris.
Your
arrogance.
Morgan, Darby, and Zlobs, your phones start ringing.
Hello.
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 All of you are part of the Somerville Sunflowers phone chain. Zlobs, you hear from Harper's Bazaar. Morgan, you hear from Nicole Orby. And Darby, you hear from George Grundle that a big, terrifying thing made of oiled fear is at Longstock Field, and it is currently destroying it.
We'll be right there.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Sponge, there's a
You
bunch of
wouldn't believe-
consumers.
You wouldn't believe what a coincidence. A giant, oily, sad thing's attacking Longstock Field.
I'm gonna pick up Zlobs and start flying toward Longstock.
Oh, okay.
Before they do, I do this. Like, give me the radio. Give me the
Oh,
book.
this is yours.
Give me. Spanky,
Shh, yeah. Shh.
listen. I love you. Okay.
Shh, I love you too. Shh.
Can you go read a book?
Yeah. Shh. Shh.
Thanks. Also, don't stop reading a book until I call you again. Okay.
Shh. Shh. I will pick a long book. Shh. Shh.
Go for Lord of the Rillings.
Shh. Shh. You got it, brother. Shh.
Oh.
Okay. Please don't touch the drawings. Also, tell Grandpa that I'm going to be late for lunch.
Shh. Shh. Okay, I'm gonna eat your lunch. Shh.
No, don't eat my. Okay,
Sponge,
eat
you had
my
fritters.
lunch.
You had fritters. God,
Fine.
You always have more
sure.
fritters.
All right.
okay, let's get on the bikes.
Okay. A combination of flying, biking, and sprinting leads you all to Longstock Field. I want actually, Spunch, you're the guest of honor. Let's have you roll for everybody.
Oh, good.
2d6 plus tough. This seems like to me, and I'll give you a +1 as well because you are running to intercept a giant consumer.
Okay. Oh wait, it's only 2. Okay. You said 2d6 plus tough plus 2
Plus another one on top.
plus another one. 15.
For
this
someone
roll-
that has never been to Longstock Field, Spunch gets there pretty much as fast as a human possibly could. Something about the stakes of the situation and the map that Spanky drew certainly helped. The good news with that high roll is that the consumer has not drained anyone to death. You all are heading down the service road and you're hearing kind of screams, kind of the sound of weaponry. You arrive at Longstock Field and the entire team is essentially in this weird dome of ice. Except for Fox Amberflaw, who apparently threw some kind of giant grenade that put everyone in a giant dome of ice. Fox is working with, at minimum, a broken arm right now. But with her other arm, with their other arm, they are like hurling these weird concussive bombs at, well, a giant oily monster made of sadness the size of a school bus that is writhing around in the infield. It is so here's how it's going to work is every partial success that one of you gets against this thing will result in addition to it harming you, it smashing the giant sphere of ice that is keeping everyone safe. 3 strikes and they're out. So, who wants to go first?
I'm gonna point to Fox and be like, Fox, no longer focus on attacking the consumer. Put all of your focus on this ice shield. Got it?
Got it.
All right. I hate that person. All right. And then
they put their goggles down and start uncorking random bottles. Big smile.
Is this common in Massachusetts?
It's not. It's like uncommon. It's like it's not. Hasn't happened all the time, but it's. We got this.
It's Blittle League.
It's Blittle League. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna like it here.
Hey, Spunch, you want some holy energy on that bat?
You can do that?
I don't know. I want to try.
All right.
I don't know. That bat impressed me, and I want to see if I can light it on holy fire.
You know what? I cut a car-sized oil sad shark in half. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll say that is a help out roll. So, Darby, 2d6 plus cool, please.
10.
10. Oh,
Wow.
wow. By all means. Yeah, Sponge, in addition to your tough and the +1 of fighting a consumer, you also get another +1 because your bat has burst into flames.
Okay.
I can do that.
Who's going next?
Okay, I'm going to play distraction again. I haven't used this yet, but I'm going to like open a small door in this ice shield. I'm going to just strut into this consumer, and I'll be like, "Hey, do you know who I am? I am Severus Zlobin. That's Mr. Zlobin to you, and I'm going to come in with a big entrance."
Oh no.
Okay. So you kind of like start strutting across the infield, shouting at this giant writhing terror, which it's kind of slamming itself against the ice dome that's protecting the rest of the sunflowers. And you just kind of pontificate about your general goodness, and it kind of pauses for a moment. Mm-hmm. What that means is I will say this. Mm-hmm. The next partial success that someone gets will not result in the ice shield getting smashed apart, because it is busy kind of consuming the media you are giving it. Mm-hmm. Who's going next?
I'm just bleeding ego.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go next.
All right.
You said that I turned to Darby, and I asked. No, I turned to Morgan, and I asked. You said that this field was on top of fault lines, right?
Yeah.
Where things get lost.
Yeah, if you right where the stalks are, if you try to, that's where things get lost, especially in the mist.
This is a little complex, but
what you doing, Sponge?
I'm gonna hit the ground and try to get the fault line to become bigger and swallow the consumer. Yeah,
all right. So the way Longstock Field works is along the foul lines, there's these tall, mysterious grasses that tend to absorb things.
Okay.
Yeah, foul
I was
line, not
thinking
fault
something
line.
else. Okay.
However, a thunderous enough slam of the ground could certainly hurl this thing into them.
Yeah.
Okay. I have an idea then. Am I close to home?
Yeah.
Well, this is a tryout after all. I'm gonna stand on the home plate.
Yep.
And I'm gonna call this thing.
All right. A Blabe Ruthian attempt. 2d6 plus tough, plus 1 because you know your enemy, plus another one from wielding now a holy bat.
Okay.
You've rolled so well so far.
Don't jinx it. Okay. That's a 6.
What?
That's a 5. Plus 2. Plus 2.
My God.
So that's 11 plus 4.
15.
That's 15.
Spunch Serotonin, narrate what happens to the consumer.
Okay. Okay. Well, if we're gonna go anime, we're gonna go full anime.
Yeah.
Sponge stands on top of the home plate as the consumer starts approaching it. This thing is just rushing towards him. And Sponge just closes his eyes. And he remembers his mom.
Oh.
And he remembers his dad.
Oh.
And he feels a slight tingling over his hands. A familiar touch to his hands. The caress of a mother.
Oh.
And on his shoulder, the support of a father. And deep in his heart, he hears the words he has been waiting to hear for ages. You can do this, little brother. And he just puts everything he's got. And it feels like this bat is weightless. And he hits this thing upwards into its jaw. And this thing's head just goes full backwards. And it spins into the air and goes straight into the tall grass.
2 miles away, Longstalk Military Base. There are a trio of tanks, big, heavy frontline tanks. One of them is out of its garage being serviced. A technician is pulling out one of the old fire control panels and replacing it. There's no work light hanging in here because this particular tank has this big piece of like quadruple laminated military grade bulletproof glass. It's like 3 inches thick, and that's providing all the light that he needs to work. That glass shatters. The consumer is destroyed. The ice dome comes down. Coach Martinez welcomes you to the team. Spanky Serotonin is sitting on your bed, Sponge, because you're not there, reading a book about, elves and dwarves and adventure. And her imagination's so active that she just has to draw one of the scenes.
Oh no.
And so she starts sketching an elf and a dwarf talking to each other. And all of a sudden, on the bed, there's a little elf and a little dwarf talking to each other. And then her eyes kind of narrow for a second. And she draws a ring.